Hello, Speed Gaming. Welcome to a very exciting match between Diggy Diggy Dang and imyt. This is the lower portion of the gold bracket. This is round 2 in losers. Both of them have lost one match in the upper bracket and are now fighting for their gold bracket life. And both of these players are very good players. If you've watched either of these guys play, you know they're both incredible players, and it is unfortunate, you could say, that they have to face off this early in the lower bracket. But this is sure to be an exciting match, and I'm Nitro, joined here by Cat Lomain. How you doing, Cat?
Well, excited for this matchup. Like you said, two really good players, so it's going to be a good one. The mode that they are playing right now is called Item Draft. So each player gets to veto 2 items and pick 2 items. In this case, X-Ray and Morph was removed, and Plasma and Screw was picked. So they'll be starting with Plasma and Screw. And just so you know, vetoing an item doesn't mean you can't find it in the game. It's just a way to prevent the other player from picking it as a starting item.
Yeah, and just kicking us off here, we got a pretty classic big pink start. You see this very commonly, and a wave beam as their first item, which is interesting. So we should expect a wave gate of some kind, and there it is. Yep. Yeah, that's going to be progression being their first item.
Yeah, usually in the early game, whatever you find has to do with progression, most of the time at least. Sometimes you can find some filler item, but usually whatever you receive early is supposed to be used early as well.
Okay, so Dang pausing, seeing that he missed this map up here that imyt's going to now, so they can get their map information early, which is pretty huge, considering this is Norfair. Norfair is a large zone. It usually has a lot of stuff, and yeah, we see a lot of stuff. Yep. 2, 3, 4. It's at least 6 majors we can see. Ooh, and the ship.
Yeah. Not too many items towards the ship. A couple of X's, I think. But
yeah, there was a sneaky 7th major, it looked like, way down bottom left. So lots of stuff we can get in this early game, if the seed is kind.
Yeah.
And now tied up and get all their info at about the same time here, and yeah, they are on their way to get what is hopefully Morph, I would have to imagine.
Yeah, Morph pretty important at this point. There's what it looks like on the Norfair map. A lot of items are locked behind Morph, so it's gonna be pretty important to find.
And there's their Morph, as expected.
Very nice.
Yeah, well, just where can they go now? Screw lets them go top left here. I don't know if there was anything there. It looks like just a save, so yeah. Let's see.
There's an X in the green hill zone,
yes.
So they can just go and grab that.
Yep.
That would be the first option. And then if... I was gonna say, if that's a super, then they could go to... I don't remember what the room is called, actually.
I think Climb Supers, and it is Supers,
Yep.
To the top of Climb
Exactly.
Supers.
Yep.
Was another major. And yeah, I'm not sure how much more they could access. So there's a decent chance this major is just bombs to let them get the other 2 X's we can see for power bombs potentially.
Yeah. Could be.
And that is what it is. Yeah. So that's nice. So almost certain that they'll get their power bombs here. Ooh, dang. Gotta be a little careful. 60 with 60 health, that is death with 1 more hit. But if you do this room correctly, you should never have any issues. You just don't want to accidentally double hit yourself. We did get second super.
Yeah, unfortunate.
Still 1 more they can get there with the off-screen block shot here. And okay, yeah, so there's actually nothing at all in that whole right section with the ship, which is kind of nice. There's another major back in Poly they could have gotten with CWJ if they wanted to do that. Now they can go back and bomb jump for it as well, if that might be easier.
Yeah.
Dang, taking a long look. Or maybe he was paused there, actually.
Yeah, unlike you would just pause for 1 second, I know.
Yeah, the key for doing early games like this quickly, like with low pause, is just to take it one step at a time, basically. Just look one step into the future and just go to that, and then pause again and find the next step and just do that a few times. And like, yeah, that's going to cause you to pause like 3 or 4 times, but you'll usually be able to do that quicker than just taking like one 30-second pause.
It's good intel. There's those power bombs, so they could continue down bottom now to the green pirate shaft for another major if they wish. However, I'm not sure if that's a one-way.
It
seems
is
like there's some water.
probably a one. Yeah, it looks like they will need speed to get back up from there, back through climb supers. Unless there was another loop around on the left. I don't think so, though. I'd have to see it again. But it is likely speed locked. They have a very quick save in Big Pink, so it's not the worst idea to just send that right away, just to know what that major is, in case it's like a suit or charge or something. That would be really good info.
Yeah. You reckon it could be something like gravity to bail them out?
For sure. Yeah, it certainly could be a suit in a location like that. That is like behind speed. You do sort of expect that to be an important progression item. If, you know, if speed is part of the chain. It doesn't have to be.
Yeah, both players attempting this moat here.
Nice. Yep.
imyt getting over with that HBA, horizontal bomb jump.
Grapple here. Yeah, so let's see. Yeah, that's speed locked. You got one behind Main Street as well. You can't really get that reasonably. There's actually, yeah, the other major is also speed locked in that section because it's Spore Spawn shaft on the way down, so there is no way up besides coming back up climb supers. Which I think means they can't do anything else here, and they're just going to have to go to the next zone.
I guess so. There's a lot of majors here, so it feels very weird leaving them behind.
Yeah, good point in chat. This moat should not be in logic with just bombs. I couldn't imagine so. So that grapple is out of logic for now. There's also Mother Brain here. I don't know if we mentioned that yet. So that's also really nice to see Mother Brain in the starting zone of a seed.
Yeah, always good to know where that is.
Yeah,
I feel like whenever you see Mother Brain early, you can really make a better routing decision.
Yes, it
on the
is
rest of the seed.
so nice for like the decision making, just knowing you never have to gamble with Mother Brain. You just know where she is.
Yep.
So imyt is going to go down and check this one way. I do like this play, I think.
Yeah.
The only problem with it is that other major is quite far from here. And if you do this, you're sort of get roped into checking that too. But if you just check this and reset immediately, that's also perfectly fine. High jump.
High jump? He can get up with that, can't he?
No, I don't think so.
No, it needs spring ball at least, or ice.
It should be hard speed locked here, I believe.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Yep. I thought he could get out from the left side. I didn't see that. Okay.
All right. Yeah, imyt is just cutting his losses now, which I think is good. Now where is he going? Is this where you had to go? I don't think so.
Interesting new zone here. Oh, there's the speed.
Oh, that's speed. That's huge. Okay, yeah. Dang immediately recognizing, which is good, which is very good here. I think you should just go straight back. With speed being that early in the chain, you just want to go straight back.
Yeah. reckon that's a pretty good play, to be honest. Steve. I feel like it's so unfortunate that there seems to be a... I don't know if you can start Shine Spark. Usually you can do like the underwater Shine Spark, like if you hold run through the door in the Plasma Spark room. But there seems to be water in the previous room. He could have potentially gotten another major out of logic then. But I'm not sure if you can do it from that room.
You may... it probably depends on what room it is. You probably can, but either way, they do get high jump, which fortunately means it'll be fine no matter what. Since they get high jump on the way, yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, so Dang with a slight lead here, pretty much just from not checking this first. I think both players are totally fine. It did just take a little too long, I think, to like realize. He spent a bit too long before he reset. Could have saved a bit of time there. But both players still in a good spot right now.
I feel like they're following each other's footsteps. Something tells me the seed is pretty linear in that case. It's not that many options then.
So far it is pretty linear. Just sort of a bit of a trick to how you route the early game, but yeah, in the grand scheme of things it is. You just have one zone and then another.
Not too far. Okay, yeah, high jump just gets you right up there. For some reason I thought you also needed a spring ball for that. Oh well.
I guess I don't know if either of them pause in Brinstar. The only other thing you could do is try to push for Bryn map before you go back. But I'm sure they probably both looked and it's not close, I would imagine.
Yeah. Do you think it's reasonable to always go back if you know, like, well, especially in Imyt's case, he knew it was high jump boots. It's reasonable to go back as soon as you know you can take it? Yeah,
for Imyt, it's 100% like no decision because high jump. Because with it being high jump, that means you can do everything no matter what. It's like a tiny bit more reason to not go back if you're Dang because of the third major behind Main Street, right? Like you could, you know, potentially get what you need for Main Street in Brinstar before going back. I still think you should always go back immediately, no matter what, just because you're just following the logic chain that way. Like, it is very likely something you need is going to be one of these items.
X-ray. I'm not sure he's happy about that one.
Yeah, that's not great for how far this is. The only good news is, like, you're never going to skip that at this point, I don't think.
Nope.
So you can be pretty sure your opponent's getting that as well.
Yeah. I think a big factor to not skipping it as well is because they do have that plasma, kind of speeds up a couple of fights.
Yes, that does give the X-ray a bit more value when you already have plasma.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see a little bit of discussion in chat about the Spark Up Climb Supers. I do believe one tank like just is enough in Logic, because I remember a seed fairly recently where you had to do that, which surprised me when that happened, but I do believe it is just fine to have one tank. And if not, you know, it's pretty likely they can find another somewhere, for Logic at least.
I think it's not even... Wait, what? Oh, okay. I was gonna say, no way, they're going down to one health now, but it's not from this. I was gonna say, though, that they have screw attacks, so they don't need to do any damage boosting through these yellow guys. So it's even more health that they will have remaining when sparking up here.
Yep. Ooh, dang, just missing the spec. It's okay, though. Yeah, unfortunately, they do have the grapple as well, which makes this very safe.
Yeah. Don't don't remember how much damage the spikes do. Is it 60 without any suits?
Yes, it is 60.
Okay.
Dang, take an extra look. So you can go for this Main Street Major. I don't think many people would. This is very far away and extremely slow to get. But I mean, it could be something huge. So
what if it's gravity?
Yeah, if it's a suit, especially grav, then yeah, that would be absolutely massive to get now.
Yeah, it's kind of unfortunate that there's not any nearby save. The save is kind of far away. Otherwise, I feel like you really do check that.
Yeah, you would, like they're mentioning in chat, you would expect that item to be filler because it's down a no return path. It doesn't, like, if Spring Ball is just like next up in Bryn, you know, you never know, but it is very, very likely to be filler, if not guaranteed.
Yeah. One thing to note though as well, they are sitting on a couple of majors now, and they got Grapple X-Ray, so each major is gonna be more and more likely that it's something important. So, not saying that those items aren't important, but I guess we're looking for something like Vari at least here.
Yeah, and filler items can still be very important. Like, you can always just be Charge or Ice or Spring Ball, which could help a lot to get early. It looks like imyt is going for this. So yeah, this is big divergence here. If this isn't something good for imyt, this is a lot of time. A lot of time lost. Ooh, dang.
Oh, he's going for it.
Taking a quick death, but he just saved.
Okay.
Yeah, if this isn't Ice or Spring, he does have to underwater wall jump back up, which should be no problem for imyt. He's very good at the underwater wall jumps.
Yeah, maybe a revert is better, even though save is pretty far away. For some reason, I also feel like this is the kind of plays that imyt often makes.
Yes, yeah, I expect him to make this play, to not leave a major behind.
Yeah.
See, it's Ice. That is not nothing. That's not nothing.
True. Could be required for Mother Brain. I didn't see if there was a runway previous to Mother Brain.
I didn't see either. There probably isn't. I know it was in Business Center, so if it's not at the bottom, then there won't be a runway.
Yep.
Ooh, space jump for Dang. That's very nice. Getting that this early was likely... Oh, careful, careful. is likely to make this croc fight worth it.
Ooh, it's gonna go for the spark up here.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah, this should be good. It's gotta be quick. Nope, not quite. Yeah, this is sort of the shambles you can get into. I actually like hate getting Ice from Main Street because like it feels bad a lot of the time.
Yeah.
And you can very easily just spiral and keep messing up.
It's true.
That was a pretty... Getting the space jump there is honestly really nice because I don't think many are going to do that croc fight just for a random item here, but it did work out, so that was a good play.
Yep, that's true. Haven't seen too much of the Brainstar map. Is the map close by?
Yeah, I have yet to see a pause screen yet, so I'm not sure.
Okay.
I'm sure we've just missed it though. Dang. Well, I don't know. Croc was in the opposite direction of where we are now, so who knows? It's probably top right. Yeah, this makes sense actually. He's going towards top right.
Yeah. imyt attempting the double freeze and wall jumping between the fish and the wall. Should get it now though.
There we go. Nice. Bowling. Uh-oh. Okay. Yeah, it looks like Dang is getting really trolled by this Brainstar map.
Below bowling is an item. Could be important.
Yeah, but how do you even get there? I wonder what was if there were other doors he didn't check. Oh, wait, that's
Oh.
crazy, actually. If that
Wow.
doesn't go directly to bowling, I don't know, I can't like picture the length of the rooms. That might go directly to bowling, but if it doesn't and it keeps going up, then that could be massive for Emmett.
Yeah. Yeah, with that ice beam getting through those Metroids, that room. Very interesting.
Yeah, and Dang hits a new zone. Just cannot get to the rim map at all, it seems.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that could be good.
What do you think about hitting new zones like this? Like, you just entered Brinstar and now you're in even another zone. It's like, what do you think about that?
Like all things, it depends. Usually it's a good thing, because like if you're hitting a new zone, it's because you can't get to the map easily, usually.
Yeah.
So usually just like finding a new zone is the best possible outcome.
Yeah.
But not always. It just depends. In this case, yeah, it's very nice to have hit a new zone here.
We did see Ridley. Dang found Ridley in criteria then, so something to keep in mind.
Yep, and we can of course see here that you have a nice farm before Ridley as well, which is something important to keep in mind. If you, in the future, need to do a Variolus Ridley.
It's actually very nice to have it prior to Ridley and after Ridley, because usually the same amount of ammo you need for Ridley you're going to use on Mother Brain, so...
Yep, that's true. Already up to 20 supers. Oh, and Emmett hits Dre. Did Dang find this? We might have just not seen it. I'm not sure.
I don't think so. I think this is new. He's gonna go for it though. He has 2 E-tanks worth of health, or 3 pretty much.
Okay, chat is saying
good with the
Dang. They're saying Dang did see Dre, so
okay.
At least he has the info. But this is still good if Emmett can, because who knows how far Criteria extends. Like Criteria could connect to other zones and extend forever. Like if Emmett can kill Dre and get this map, that could be massive. Killing Dre isn't very important. In fact, I would argue... Yeah, he does need to be careful. I would argue, in fact, that you probably shouldn't kill Dre here. But if you can get the map, that would still be really good.
Okay. For some reason, I'm very stressed out about this Imid Dragon fight.
Yeah.
Because he's currently not using grapple. He will now, though. Hopefully he gets it.
Yeah, I think he wanted to do...
without suits.
Yeah, he's fine now. I think he... Oh, that was close, though. I think he wanted to do as much damage to Dre as possible, just to save health, right?
Yeah.
Because there's a chance that you need to grapple jump to get out of here, and if you have no health, you could get screwed.
Yeah. So, let me ask you, what if it's a water room on the left side here? Can you get out then?
Yes, then you have to do a grapple jump on the right, which is a pretty difficult trick if you're not really practiced at it. And more importantly, it's a very costly trick. With low health, you pretty much only get one attempt at it.
Yeah. Because I know when you grapple onto the side things, then you take a lot of damage. So you better be quick and you better hit it.
Ooh, I didn't quite see, so we weren't looking at Dang. It looks like Dang couldn't get the criteria map. It was locked by a sand hall of some kind. Oh, yeah, no, I wonder if Dang just didn't know he could do that, or maybe he had low health or something. Because he does have high jump. You can traverse that sand hall with high jump, but it is scary with only one tank. Yeah, he might have just been spooked off by it, but I mean, yeah, okay, he's on his way back now, so I expect he's just gonna go for this. Or I think I see what happened. He probably tried to go up to like find... Oh, wow.
He needs to be really careful. He cannot get hit one more time.
Yeah, yeah, and you've got to stay on top of these platforms here. He might have been trying to go up to find like the top of this so he could fall in. That's probably what he was looking for. And then just ended up getting taken all the way back left. Yeah, so from here, you just have to reset the room. You need the running jump in order to make it to the first platform in that one.
Yeah, Okay, so he couldn't recover from that situation. I was gonna say he could Crystal Flash at that moment since he was low on health, but yeah.
That is true. That probably would have been faster than resetting and running back here.
Yeah.
Yeah, Imit, yeah, he's spending a lot of time just sort of blinding around here. Brinstar, he's on his way out now, which is good.
Okay. So killing Dragon is good, but there was no real benefit to killing Dragon. It's not like there was a map or an item locked behind. So, what do you think about such a decision?
I mean, it's fine. Like, getting a boss dead, like, you can do it. Sort of like I mentioned, I don't think you really should in that position, and the reason is just because Mother Brain is back at the beginning of the game, and this is directly on the path back to Mother Brain. Oh, actually, it turns out we were just wrong, and the map is way far left in Brinstar, actually. Yep. Which is... Okay, so now everything Imit has done makes complete sense, and I agree with Imit entirely. I was under incorrect information here. So yeah, I think it makes a lot... That's actually wild that Dang went right and killed Croc and did all that. That's very interesting. So yeah, what Imit's doing makes perfect sense. Yeah, he's just trying to get to the map by any means necessary.
Having killed Dragon, what are the chances additional bosses reside in this area or important items?
Pretty good. Brinstar is a large zone. We've already seen a lot of it, of course. Oh no, this is rough too. So that now Dang is missing the ice, but now Imit is missing the space jump that would let him come back out of this room. And unfortunately, that's a very difficult blind to make to get that space jump. It's not in logic, so it's not like what they have to do or anything, but this is very interesting.
Who do you say is in the lead right now? I feel like it's kind of hard to tell, but one boss down for Imits, maybe?
Right now, I would say Dang is positionally ahead. Dang just not being able to get this map is very rough here. And we see G4 elevator. It's hard to say. It depends on how long it takes either of them to get to the next bit of progress here.
Yeah. Did we see what was past the Batoon hallway? Because we reacted to it earlier, that Imit could get through it, and Dang, when he visited there, he couldn't get through.
Yeah, we have not. That was actually, I believe that Everest was actually like the opposite direction of the map. So Imit hasn't headed that way yet.
So many power bombs this scene. 20 for Imit right now and 15 for Dang.
That is true. I did just see on Imit's map. It's actually Crate Hall right after Cack Alley. So if he needs to, he could just spike suit in Crate Hall to get back out. Or there might just be another path.
Okay. Dang easily getting through the Metroid rooms with that screw attack.
Alright, and Dang has hit another new zone here. So criteria does extend to here.
I feel like I personally have a lot of troubles when I just keep running into new zones because there's so much context being added to your brain. At some point, when do you just return and do what you have the capacity to think about? So, if that makes sense.
In general, I think if you don't get any new information or new progression, you just go as far as you can, right? Like, you just keep sending it as deep as you can go. Which it definitely feels bad in the moment, but
yeah,
it's usually the best thing you can do, and it's kind of...
Okay.
Okay, so there's
Crade for Dang, and Imit found Fantoon.
Oh, interesting. So we've seen all bosses now. It's just, how do we finish the game? Fantoon being here is... Oh, this Torian was actually connected to Brinstar. I did not see how Dang got here.
Me neither. It's gonna revert though. deciding not to do it yet, or?
So yeah, so Kraid, to get to Kraid, it was like up fish tank, I believe, which
Oh.
he's going to. Oh yeah, this was just resetting was just a quicker way back probably. You should be able to do this. I didn't see the exact path to Kraid, but this should be fine.
Yeah, he has to go up the left side of fish tank.
I'm not sure what was down here that he wants. We'll see.
There was an E-tank down here, or a reserve.
Ah, yep, that makes sense. Just want to grab this. I'm not sure yet if he does. Potentially not. If Imyt has to do Kekali to get back. Oh, do we get the 1 round? Nice. I don't know if that was... I'm going to believe it was a 1 round. I didn't see the start of the fight, but...
well, from our POV, it was a 1 round, so good job, Imyt.
2 round... it was 2... yeah. It was basically 1 round.
Listen, from when we started watching, it was a 1 round, so therefore it's a 1 round.
He put more missiles in that round than most of us ever will, so it's good enough.
Did Imyt pioneer the 1 round?
Was
he the first player
essentially
to establish it? Okay, yeah.
I believe he was the first player to like do it consistently in runs, I believe. And yeah, he's pretty much known for it. He's insanely good at it. And so yeah, does not need to take Kekali back. He has Croc Speedway here. It is totally fine. This was a one-way loop even. He can't get back the other way if he wanted to. So Dang does make it to Kraid. So Imyt, at this point, considering Dang hasn't gotten anything, Imyt is definitely positionally ahead here. It all just sort of depends on will Imyt, you know, go to T and find Kraid before too late.
I think he will if he's close to the entrance. But the question is, will he end up close to the entrance, or is it like a kind of a path there? I didn't see exactly how you get there. Is there like a good path there, or do you have to go out of your way to get there?
Yeah, I'll need Imyt to show me again. But yeah, T, it should be close to C actually as well. So going that way probably just makes the most sense because you're going to want to... You've got 2 zones up there, Criteria and Torian. I see people mentioning there's a wreck ship as well. I didn't see myself where that is. I imagine off to the right, probably, since we haven't seen Dang go there.
Yeah.
So if that's closer, then yeah, that could certainly be the play for Imyt. Which would likely work out because there is absolutely nothing in... Oh, he might get tempted by the space jump though. Oh yeah, wreck ship is far top right. How do you get there? Is that Fantoon locked? Yeah, I could not.
I don't even think I was answering what you were saying. I was just so thinking about Imyt and this Crocomire Major. I think he's gonna go for it.
Yeah, Imyt. He's got no suits, no charge. I don't know. He's not gonna leave a major behind yet. Imyt. He does love playing for majors, which I think is a good way to play. Can kind of get you in trouble when it's things like this, where the majors are just in bad spots and you just feel obligated to get all of them. But Space Jump is good here, so can't complain too much.
Dang, scouting out Dragon, thinking about it.
Yeah, Dang. This is rough for Dang because, yeah, with T and C being... Well, I guess he was never able to actually get the C map, did he? Like, we saw a lot of C, but I don't think we ever actually got the map, so there could be more majors that we haven't seen.
Well, I'll tell you one thing that he has. He has nice 35 supers, and Imyt's only sitting at 10. That's quite a big difference. Is
crazy. Yeah, I did not notice that at all. He's gotten so many supers.
So I mean, technically, he just needs a couple of more E-tanks of Vori, and he can kill Ridley. It's pretty much go mode.
Yeah, Dang just needs tanks if he can find them. But will he be able to? It doesn't seem like there's any easily accessible ones that you really want to go for.
Yeah.
We'll see what he does. So his option is go back into C or just go to wreck ship. But go wreck ship, that's not even a real option though, is the problem. Oh, he doesn't know. Oh yeah, he still needs a bread map. Okay. Yeah, this is a really tough spot for Dang. I do not fault him. Oh, he saw... Oh yeah, Meridia was up in criteria as well. Ooh, yeah, Dang not knowing that Fantoon is in Brimstar could really cost him here. Because like, even if it takes Emmett a while to do all this stuff, like Dang could get really roped into doing extra zones.
There is one play Dang could make here for E-tanks. There's 3 behind the red key under shaft, but he has to make a hell run for it. It should be easy with the screw attack to get past those 3 pirates.
He could do that. The problem... I think that, like, if you knew all bosses, then yeah, that would be a really good play. You just, you know, go for the first possible guaranteed finish. But the problem for Dang is he doesn't know where Fantoon is, so... He's sort of incentivized to do other zones. It looks like he's going back now, though. Interesting. Like he was going towards Meridia, but now he's going back. This is a good decision. Like this is where he wants to be, of course.
Yeah. So it's a matter of context, basically.
Yeah. And even. Yeah, despite everything, Emmett also only has 1+1 here. And so the tank situation is quite rough. Oh, careful, Emmett.
Yeah.
40th super, of course. This is classic Season 4 map Rando.
Yeah, well, to be honest, the past couple of seeds that I've commentated on, there were a lot of power bombs, and at the beginning of the seed, I thought it was going to be the same here, because they had 20, they had more power bombs than supers here, but Dang, just finding all of the packs, it feels like, this one. So, yeah, but you're probably right, though. There's a lot of supers in the pool.
Yeah, we tend to see it pretty often now. That you just end up with a lot of supers, sort of unintentionally, you could say. You just happen to do them all.
I feel like 4 days quite a lot, though.
It is, for sure. Okay, yeah, unfortunate dead end for Dang here. Yeah, this Brimstar map is just a huge troll.
Yeah. I mean, what can you do? Like, you're just trying to get to the map. You have to just keep going, right?
Okay, Emmett, he should know about the running jump here. I think he does, yeah, he's setting up for it now. He could also spark it if he wanted, but that's a bit tricky.
So, you just have to get past that pillar, right?
Yes, once you're over this, you're fine, yeah. It's just the first one that you can't do with only high jump.
Right. Then it should be fairly lenient then.
Yes, yeah. It is in hard, yeah. It is very doable. And wow, we see double major up there. Oh no. That's great for Emmett. That's extremely unfortunate for Dang.
Yeah.
That was there all along.
Currently, I don't think he can do it. The worst room in the game, he will need more help than he currently has. But does have a farm room on his left. So could he? Will he still
will be
go
fine.
for it?
I think he will. If he had a save, he probably should have reset here. But this will work either way. It looks like he didn't save, so yeah, this is what he has to do.
You know what? He has Crystal Flash. I keep forgetting, but also I keep remembering. So
that is true. It looks like he recognizes that as well, and he's just going to go straight for that, perhaps.
Yeah.
Or maybe I kind of like that, checking that room to see if it's Puyo Pile. which is a good farm. This is a bit scary. You might have been better off just damaging down and doing a Crystal Flash first, so you know you can make it.
Yeah. Could he potentially AFK at the bottom of worst room in the game and just Crystal Flash and then
You could do
start
that.
moving up?
Yeah, that'd be safe. You could just enter, screw attack all the guys, and then Crystal Flash.
Yeah.
It's also, like, worst room with high jump, space, and screw is also just, it's not as scary as you think. Like, he can make it now, for sure, with this health.
Should be fairly quick. It's just scary when you're wall jumping. Sometimes you can get out of the screw and just take damage instead.
That is true, yeah. Disasters are always possible.
Okay.
He wants this tank, which is understandable.
Yeah, it's not too far off. Refills his health, but I guess he would need it either way. Minimum 3 every seed.
Yes.
Required, so I mean it's good nonetheless. But I was gonna say, like, assuming one of those 2 majors is Varia, then tanks aren't as useful, but needs 3 at least.
Yeah, the other reason you wanna, it's a reserve, which is not what Image looking for, because the other reason you want to go for this is you do need health to survive the sand hall that you're going down into. Because if you don't have, if you don't have enough health, you will just get insta-killed.
Yeah.
So he did need to come here to farm regardless.
Well, you can farm these blueberry fish here. It's fine.
Yep. Looks like Dang is having similar troubles to Imit. Choosing to go everywhere that isn't Dragon first. Which, I'm not sure. I understand why you'd want to do that, because this Dragon fight isn't amazing.
Alright with grapple.
Yeah. But in this case, you just get huge punished for that. Because you gotta go through. Ooh, there's charge. Very nice. Yeah. You really want to see a suit here, though.
Yeah.
Though.
Preferably Varia, because then I feel like he doesn't know where Kraid is yet, though. But
nope. He will have to. Yeah, Imit. There's a very good chance Imit. Yeah, there's Phaser, pretty much as expected here. Hopefully.
Could be 2 majors.
Could be 2. Could be Spring as well. Would be good. Yep, it is Spring as well. That's nice.
Good call out. Oh well. We've seen all majors except for the suits. Where are they hiding?
Yep. Either in Meridia or Wreck Ship. I think probably Wreck Ship. Just because that would be the meanest.
Yeah.
So they're probably both there.
Yeah. Well, at this point, I have an interesting question to ask you. From your experience at this point, when you're either looking for a couple of tanks or Varia, what makes you decide on one or the other if you're Imit here?
Yeah, so like all things, as I say, it depends a lot on the context. Yeah. In this specific situation, for Imit, okay, so where Imit is right now, you're definitely just thinking about finding Varia. But what's going to happen is once he sees Kraid, you should then just pivot to finishing the game as fast as possible, because once you know where all bosses are, so once you see Kraid, you no longer want to go into like another zone, right? So after he sees Kraid, he'll very likely just try to get all the tanks, because the worst thing that can happen is you are hard committed to Varia and you're going into Wreck Ship a million years away just to find Varia, when there's nothing else there, right? Like, you just need to be able to finish the game once you know it's possible.
Yeah. Okay, new zone for us to see. Even doing a couple of uwus up, nicely done.
Very nice. Yeah, so once Dang... Oh no. Yeah, and Dang is discouraged by Kakali here, when that is the way he needs to go.
It's gonna Crystal Flash, that's fine.
I think if there's a way he can reverse spark Croc Speedway, then this could still work. I don't know if there is. We'll see here.
Oh. If there is, he has multiple tries with this refill station here.
Imyt. Also thinking about Crystal Flash, probably.
Yeah.
No. Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, so it looks like, yeah, no way to reverse spark this without a spike suit. Okay, Imyt gets to this map pretty quick, so that's nice at least.
Do we see any majors?
We do see one.
Seems to be nothing here. Oh, the one.
One bottom
okay.
left.
Yep.
Which, yeah, you'll grab that on the way out.
That's definitely a suit.
It is, yeah.
The question is just which one.
You really, really hope it's Varia here.
Yeah, it's 50-50. Place your bets in chat now. I believe Imyt will go for that major for sure. What
Absolutely,
do you think it is? Chat, what do you think it is? Is it Varia or is it Gravity here?
I think it's definitely Varia. That's my take.
Yeah. I'm gonna go with Gravity just because how the seed has been going so far. I really feel like Dang wants Imyt to find Gravity here, if he had to choose. So we'll see.
And Varia, very nice. Yeah, so Imyt. There should be no reason that he would ever pick Wreckship over Torian here, assuming he doesn't, you know, not see Torian on the map. In which case, he should be pretty firmly in the lead here, I believe. Because Dang is probably going to have a difficult time getting the tanks necessary for Ridley here. And it's still, you know, kind of a long ways to get out of Brinstar here. It does need to be a little bit actually careful. I'm not saying I think Imyt's gonna die to Ridley. You know, he's one of the best players at fighting Ridley, but when you only have Varia, Ridley hits very hard, and it seems Imyt is cognizant of that, is going to take this safe and farm some health.
Yeah. Nice green gate glitch to get through. It's not the easiest thing in the world, but for seasoned veterans, it seems to be very easy, but it's not.
No, it is never easy. Even good players can miss it from time to time.
Okay, with charged plasma, I mean, this fight should be pretty much free, right?
Yes, yeah, it should be.
And high jump boots and screw. I mean, you pretty much have everything you would ever want.
Yeah, just wanted a little more health for insurance, but now he should be perfectly fine.
Yeah.
Oh, he's really careful. He would have been
taking a couple of tails though.
He would
Meanwhile,
have been dead
Fantoon,
if he didn't farm that health.
Yeah.
Oh,
takes another tail. No way.
No, he's fine.
It's only a couple of more shots. 2 more, right? Instead.
Yeah, he's probably dead.
Okay.
Ooh. Definitely could have left a little in the reserve there.
No.
He's fine.
Okay. I was gonna say, I felt like I've seen that before, and it's just so scary. Okay.
Yeah, and this is why we say Ridley is never free. Doesn't matter how good you are, Ridley can just kill you sometimes if you're not really careful.
Wow.
Yeah, there are... Oh yeah, so Dang is looking now for what tanks he can grab. That should really be the only thing on his mind here. And unfortunately, none are actually good to get, it looks like. Yeah, really a real spot for Dang. It really just came down to that criteria map, I think. Not being able to get that criteria map just sort of spiraled out of control here. But Dang was, you could say pretty firmly in the lead for a lot of this. I think he did play very well, like decision-making wise. Just that one issue sort of made it a bit too difficult.
It's not the easiest type of seed, this one. It's kind of hard to read even as a spectator, I feel like.
No, not at all.
You're doing a way better job than me at it, but...
yeah, this is definitely a difficult seed for sure. Yeah, so imyt will C-Crate now, knows he's done. You would like one more tank. We'll see if he grabs that tank down below. I probably would. 1 + 2 is no good with just Varia, in my opinion.
No. imyt strongly in the lead here. Is in Torian where Kraid resides, so just has to get up the top left of fish tank here, and he'll be on his way. No longer looking to get those E-tanks.
Yeah, he is going to go through this one more, sort of as I expected, and then he'll be for sure done after this. Just because this is close enough, and, if you lose by... Oh, that was a reserve. That's unfortunate. Oh, no. If you lose by the 20 seconds it takes, it's worth it for that safety at this stage.
Another reserve. Yeah, imyt's going for the reserve place. I feel like it's kind of rare to see 1 E-tank, 3 reserves, but...
Yeah, this is not normal to have a seed go this long and still be on only 1 tank.
Yeah.
That is pretty uncommon.
Ain't reserves kind of painful when you're trying to look for a crystal flash? Because they prevent you from crystal flashing, right?
Yeah. The good news about having a lot of reserves and low tanks is if you do overcap your tanks, it does just instantly drain all your reserves, which is usually more annoying than helpful. But for the purpose of setting up a crystal flash, oh, careful, Dang, yeah, he's dead. Unfortunate.
Oh. I didn't see what happened.
He went for a crystal flash in the Ridley farm room, the room before Ridley, and a bug came and killed him. That's something that happens all the time in this room. If you try to crystal flash carelessly, it's happened. It's something I'm sure Dang is also familiar with it himself. People that played traditional Rando, non-map Rando, that's a very common problem to have since you often want to crystal flash before Ridley.
Yeah. imyt's looking to get out of fish tank now. Uses the previous room to gain enough height. Gets out of there.
Yep,
fairly
nicely
easily.
done. Yeah, I think I'm not actually entirely sure how it works, but I think the normal unmorph strat that you would do coming down, I think it doesn't actually work well from the tube. I could be wrong about that though, because the tube is just weird with how it transitions.
Yeah.
We have not seen Grab, but we know that it has to be in Wreck Ship somewhere. And Wreck Ship is very far away. Well, Dang might be forced to do it here, unfortunately. But it's pretty hard to want to go there.
Yeah. As a spectator, when you see such a decision being made, it's just yeah, it's kind of painful to watch.
Yeah, this is some of the worst healing situations you can be in, where you know where every boss is, but you just have to check new things for resources. It feels very, very bad.
Yeah, because Dang is going for more E-tanks, because he's banking on the fact now that he won't find Varia this seed, so just going for a lot of energy here.
And there's 4th reserve we found. Dang, 2nd reserve.
Yeah, okay. Interesting.
Yeah, this would be enough to kill Ridley now if you wanted to go for it, but he still needs 1 more from Mother Brain anyway. Okay. Which I'm not sure where he's gonna get it. There was 1 in bowling, which was not fast to get to.
I mean, it is true. You can kill Ridley. I forgot that they had 45 supers. That fight should be really smooth.
Ooh, this is not free for Imyt. He has... I didn't see if he took a save in the previous zone, but there's no close save here, and this fight is not free. If anything goes wrong at all, you can just die here.
Yeah. Turns off the screw attack to be able to take more damage, or more frequent damage to get through the first Zeb here.
Yeah, a little bit of issues with Zeb skip. Just gonna reset the room.
It's fine. You reckon he should save? I mean, it's game 1. Maybe
There's
play
really...
more risky.
I mean, Imyt doesn't know his position in the seed, so in its tournament, like, if this was a big normal lobby, I would save every time 100%. I'd take the 20 seconds and go save in big pink. But in a tournament setting, that's a pretty difficult decision to make. You really just want to send it. Yes, I like how that's said. Like, this is, like, Imyt not saving is just, that's respect for his opponent. You know, he has no idea that he has any sort of lead.
Okay. Chat, it's time to get your guesses in. What do you think the escape timer is gonna land at? Personally, I think 1 minute flat. What do you guys think? Nitro, what do you think? Get your guesses in.
I think it'll probably be a little less than that. The ship was pretty close. I'll guess like, yeah, I don't know, 40 seconds.
Okay.
Oh, no. No. It'll be more like 50 to a minute. Yeah, with that loop. Green Hill Zone is a very slow room when it comes to escape, as is Big Pink. Yeah, Imyt does correctly not mess up his reserves. That was another thing I didn't mention. It's also pretty easy to mess up your reserves and accidentally lose all your health when you have like more reserves than normal tanks. Fortunately, Imyt is okay and gets through. Oh, I missed it. What was it? It was 55. Nice.
55. We had a lot of people in the chat guessing correctly, and good job, guys.
Nicely done. Oh yeah, tons of 55s.
And it's hurrying up. He's burning a lot of calories right now. He's moving fast. Okay. Finds the ship. Just needs to stick the landing. Will he get it perfectly?
Yep. And there we have it. Imyt will take game 1. The official time of 57:56. Sub-hour. This was not an easy seed by any means, so very well done to Imyt and Dang as well. They both handled this pretty well. Just some unfortunate situations for Dang. And yeah, we will see you in the next game. All right, welcome back everyone to game 2 of this series, Imyt versus Diggy Diggy Dang. Imyt won game 1 in the item draft mode, and we are here in game 2. I'm joined once again by Cat Lomain. Tell us about what we're playing now.
Yep, so welcome viewers to game 2. This time around they're gonna play something called Varia plus movement, which was a mode played in the previous tournaments. In this tournament, you have a pool of 5 different modes that each player takes turns to veto, remove from the pool, and eventually they ended up with Varia plus movement because it was the only one left, I'm pretty sure. And then what this mode is that they are starting with Varia, high jump, spring, ice, and grapple. So a lot of movement items. But they don't really have exactly everything. They're still missing the morph and speed and stuff like that. So probably gonna have to look for those early. But pretty much they're unrestricted as far as I can tell.
Yep. Yeah, so it means you'll usually see, a lot of water movement type of rooms in the early game, since the game does like to, have you use the items you have, especially early on. Like right away, that first little sand hall room doesn't seem like much, but it does need high jump and logic, technically, or something similar. Interestingly, so it looked like it would be supers to come back here, but well, Dang hasn't gone down the elevator yet, so it could still be down the elevator, whereas Immit's going to go for this sand hall jump. I hope for Dang's sake that we don't have to do this sand hall jump, because that did give him quite a bit of trouble last seed.
Yeah. It's always interesting with these kind of seeds where you start out with a couple of items because normally you're used to finding the morph first, and usually at least. But this time around, immediately right off the bat, you're heading into some pretty difficult sections.
Yep.
Sometimes.
Yeah, and it's for this reason that me personally, I was not a huge fan of this mode, even though it is very nice to start with Varia. Starting with suitless movement items isn't as good of a deal as you would think at first, just because it makes the early game usually very not fun in a lot of ways, because of things like this. And yeah, full back to the start for Emmett.
Yeah.
Dang, also not found the way yet. Looks like it should be left here, where Dang is heading. So Dang avoiding that the sand hall early, paying off well here.
Has to be careful with the super counts that he has currently, because he's only got 1 left, and he might need it, and then you're at 0.
Oh,
sometimes seeds will do that to you, but there we go. Finds a refill.
Very convenient.
Yeah. Disregard everything I said, but sometimes you could really. Sometimes I played seeds where it really wants you to preserve all of your ammo and don't miss anything or be wasteful with it. So.
Yes, that is very important in early games where you start in that crate mouth entrance with the super blocks, because the seeds can expect you to go back and forth with only 5 max supers, in which case arrow management is important.
Yeah. Does find that morph, which is one of the items they're looking for early in this mode, because while they are starting with a lot of movement items, there's still a couple of missing to fully move around the map. But has morph now, so now it's time for that jump that you were talking about for Dang.
Yes, potentially. There may be a couple other things that morph unlocked. We don't exactly remember. We'll see here.
Well,
yeah.
The map is up there. Right. Yeah.
True. I didn't actually see what stopped Emmett.
He needed morph to get through.
Okay.
Because I don't know what the room is called. There's like a rising lava, and you morph under some tunnel, and then you head upwards, and there's a door to your left.
The
what
volcano room. It's called the volcano room.
Okay.
So we may see Emmett head straight back there instead of getting the screw attack. Hopefully he doesn't do that, because you probably need the screw attack.
Okay. Interesting. I feel like this seed is starting off the same way. Dang is just heading towards the right path early game, and imyt doing the more difficult things. He went immediately for that sandhole jump a couple of times, but he catched up in game number 1. So I mean,
Yes.
I'm not putting it past him to do it again, but it really feels like this is what we saw in game 1 as well, where Dang just, I don't know, it seemed like he was doing the right things early on.
Okay, so with these tanks now, so this is the big moment for Deng here, is I don't believe there's anything else for him to do. He does just need to get this sandhall jump. So he struggled with it last game. He has no other choice but to figure it out now.
Yeah.
I have faith that he can do this, though.
You think he got shivers seeing that?
Yeah, I know he's probably not happy about it.
Yeah.
You could call that unfortunate, or you could also think of it as it's a pretty smart, counter pick from imyt. He did pick this mode over alternative options that would have had gravity suit. So
That's
perhaps,
true.
smart play by imyt there in the pregame.
Yeah. I know that imyt's a really big fan of springboard jumps, so maybe we'll see some of those come out. Hopefully we don't see gravity, just for that sake. I want to see some movement tech here.
For sure, yeah. So the trick here is when you do this, you really just want to take it easy, right? Like we see Dang, he's like sending it all the way and then getting hit and falling below. Like when you do this, you just stop. Like once you get past the first ledge, like just take it slow, right? Just like land on that first ledge and then take it one ledge at a time. And you can make it through pretty safely that way.
Yeah.
Yo, and Dang, as if he heard me, is now going to take it easy here, and I think he should have it now. Oh, yeah, don't want to take those hits, but we are good. Very nice, Dang.
Well, he had some practice in game 1. It shows in game 2. Much better time this time around.
Yeah, very nice, and he does manage to keep his lead because of it, as imyt also having a little bit of issues, but still fine. There's speed. Another early speed for imyt. He's going to be happy to see that.
It's very nice. Would you call like more
very
from
nice
speed movement items?
Yeah. Movement items.
Okay.
That was a very nice jump from Dang here. I do not know if imyt is going to be able to do that. I don't know if he knows that. This is not easy. You cannot, as far as I know, it might be weird, you might be able to do it, but to get the height in order to actually screw attack these blocks, you do need to do it from the previous room. Which, we'll see. imyt can probably just vibe this out. Yeah, with that amount of runway, that's fine.
Okay.
Right,
yeah, it wouldn't have been fun if they couldn't get that map.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, so what we see now is we see Speed Booster lets them get an X, 2 X's even, so probably they're power bombs. And then just Brinstar up. This is very reminiscent of the last seed even. Sort of similar thing. We have an early game sort of isolated in one area, and then up a shaft to Brinstar.
Oh. Dang him in a little bit of trouble getting a precious room here.
Yeah, this jump, I think this is newly in Logic, question mark, in the most recent release. I think this jump didn't used to be in Logic, but now is.
Yeah.
Oh, both. Not quite getting
They're
it
synced
here.
up now.
Yeah, lead change potential here. Who can get it first?
Yeah. Oh, there we go. Both at the same time. That's pretty cool. Unfortunately, they found supers. They would have really liked those power bombs here.
Yeah, still, there's actually several more X's they can get even beyond the ones in Aqueduct.
Okay. Yeah, because it's not possible right now to get the one above them, right? Without
They
gravity. You need
can.
gravity.
With speed booster,
Oh,
they
with
can.
speed, yeah. Okay,
Yes.
yeah. Assuming there's no water room, but I guess you saw that. Yeah, that's good.
Should be fine.
That's good. Cool. Oh. He accidentally bonked the door. It's fine, though.
Yeah, should be okay. And yeah, they are so synced up right now.
Okay. There's an item missing on this podium, but it's fine. There's power bombs for both players. They are neck and neck. Will they take the same path? Where are they going now?
Yeah, so you can either go for a couple more X's, neither of which are particularly fast, or you could just try to go straight to Brinstar now.
I think you go to Brain because you already have 2 types of X's. You have the ammo.
Yep.
I feel like if you go for more, that's when you're looking to kill Ridley.
Yeah, you just want to make sure you keep these X's in mind, that they exist for if you need ammo for Ridley.
Yeah. We have a bit of a route divergence here.
Yes.
Dang heading left into Baby Skip, and
he
Immit's
does
going
want-
up to Bryn.
Dang does want to see this X here. I think it's a bit tough. With it being behind Baby Skip, it does seem a bit too far, but there is certainly advantages to going for this early.
Yeah, we'll see if he can get the Baby Skip. Currently doing a good job, actually. I have a feeling he might get this, but
Oh, that was very
it takes
nice.
a couple of jumps. Very good.
It was an incredible, very nice showing for Dang there. That shot to clear the bottom seaweed there was very impressive.
Yeah. I feel like if he didn't get the skip, he will be stuck on 1 health for a little bit. Could be scary. But he has the Varia, as they started with, so no heated room surprises.
Mm-hmm. Oh, a big pink for it. Nice.
That's gonna be 3 items.
Yeah. We'll see. Hopefully the map is around here. As always, I missed the first time it opened the map.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Top left a bit. But yeah,
I like how when we got into this zone, you're like, oh, well, we'll see what the map is. And I'm like, oh, they're gonna get 3 items. And immediately we can see how we think differently.
True. I think Big Pink, it's a weird one. It's usually just nothing when you find it. It's often just 3 missiles when you find it in a mid-game. It's like, if it's the beginning of the game, it's all majors, and if it's the end of the game, it's probably also all majors. But at this stage, it's always just nothing, man.
Imit went quickly into GT, scouting those 2 items. Sees that it's only 2 missiles, though, so... Yeah, even if it was something, I don't think he's in a position to grab them. Maybe from the other side, but... Yeah, since it's 2 missiles, he's not even gonna go for it.
Yeah, no. Yeah, if there was a good item there, it'd be interesting. It's a pretty slow fight with only 10 supers, but not as bad when you have grapple as well. That makes the farming pretty easy.
Look at the Imit now. He has a situation where he has to go for the map, but the revert is gonna be quite far. You think he's gonna go for it or no? He's thinking about if he can get back, actually.
I think, well, first of all...
The only way back is
just gonna go for it.
GT.
Potentially, it could wrap down and connect to the middle of Big Pink, which is what I imagine he's hoping for. But even worst case scenario, yeah, so that is unfortunate, but you're just stuck doing this now, no real choice. And while this zone extends far,
Okay.
we see Kraid and a somewhat far major. You need to kill Batwoon to get out of Kraid as well, it looks like. Where is Imit reverting to? That was probably worth it to revert there. Ideally, you want to make that decision. He's going back for the super, though. If you're going back for the super again, I don't think you should have reverted. Yeah, unfortunate situation here. And Dang has blinded into a new zone, it seems. There was no sure where we were, am I silly?
Yeah.
No, yeah, no.
What do you mean?
Wait, what zone was Big Pink?
Good question.
Yeah, because I don't think Emmett was in Norfair.
No, it wasn't Norfair, but yeah.
Yeah, it was
Or was
Bryn.
it? Yeah, I was
And it
gonna
was
say
top of
Bryn
Everest,
sounded
yeah, okay.
correctly.
So Dang did blind into Norfair, I believe. Top of Everest, yeah.
Okay.
So this could be pretty big as well.
This is exciting.
Yeah, dead end here is an item room. Extra super. 20 supers already.
Hey, I mean, what? Dang, it's just on the supers. Last seed he had 45, and this seed already 20.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. This is season 4 map render. There's more supers in the game than missiles now.
Yeah, but imyt didn't have that many supers last seed.
Yeah, because he's just not looking for them, you know?
Yeah. Okay, finally some power bombs. Or I shouldn't say finally. I think no one wants to see more power bombs, but
Yeah.
I like the crystal flash thing, but they do have the Varia, so not really as useful this seed.
Yeah, we have wreck ship top right as well. I didn't see. There's also a major in Big Pink. I didn't see. And yeah, since you do have to fight Batoon to get out of here, you are kind of forced to get that second super pack again that Emmett got. Because you do need 10 supers to kill Batoon. Spazer found. Rip.
Okay, this is Bazur, everyone's favorite item.
Okay, so here in Norfair we got Far Major and Far Meridia. Ship found, which is good. There was also Torian top
bad
right.
for imyt. Can he farm more supers in this zone?
Oh no.
Because he might be softbot here.
Oh no.
Can
These
they
guys
drop supers?
I mean, they probably do, but if they do, it's not good odds at all. Yeah, he's just got to revert.
Wow. Second revert for imyt right here. Not
Yeah,
looking too good, but he does have a lot of map information. That's one thing, but we'll see how far that gets him.
Yeah, that's pretty rough. Yeah, so he's definitely, he's not going to pick up the second super again anymore. You've just got to bail at this point and go somewhere else.
Yeah. At this point, I think you just have to mitigate your losses as much as possible. He's gonna go for the reverse amphitheater. I was gonna say, but no, that seems crazy.
No, he just has to pick his power bombs up again, unfortunately.
Oh yeah, you're right. He's that far. Oh, that's rough. Okay.
Right, so yeah, Dang is gonna keep pushing this zone. You're gonna Torian now. Mother Brain is still not discovered, I don't think. Or no, where is... There was something over here, I suppose. Oh, Dang did see Mother Brain here. I did not see that.
It was near the entrance. Well, Dang is moving this seed. What do you think? I mean, it seems like he hasn't had too many hurdles.
Yeah, no, Emmett's sort of getting caught up here, and Dang is just chugging along. X-ray, do we have a revert? Looks like no.
Yeah. Should E-Tank here is gonna go for it. I mean, why not? But he has so many.
Emmett, thinking about this major back in Big Pink, it's probably going to want to go for that, yeah. And we'll probably see... We got one more major for Dang here, that's nice. After this, I imagine we'll see a save into Torian from Dang. That's space, that's very nice once again.
Okay. So now they pretty much have every single movement item. And don't think that they need bombs, or at least Dang doesn't need bombs here because of that space. He can go wherever he wants now, right?
Yep.
There's nothing blocking him.
Yeah, when you have full suitless movement, the only thing that can ever really stop you is Cack Alley if you aren't like super comfortable with UWJ. I think Dang does underwater wall jump though. I think he can if he has to. But besides that, full suitless is pretty safe.
Wait, Image got gravity?
Oh. Yeah, that's pretty big.
Interesting. That's very big for him.
Man, if Emmett had just committed to that GT fight, he would be so far ahead of where he is right now, unfortunately. But that's hindsight. That's just hindsight, of course.
But isn't the fight very long, though? It would have been shorter than whatever ended up here.
It's not as long as you think, especially compared to what he's gone through.
Yeah. Because doesn't GT like grab onto your supers, so you can only use like a portion of them? Yeah.
With 5 supers, it's pretty rough, but when you have 10 max, it's a lot better. You have grapple as well, which makes farming supers pretty easy. You don't even have you don't have to move at all. You can just shoot up and then grapple all your things. Like it is slow. It's gonna take like, I don't know, 2 or 3 minutes probably, but it's not as bad as you'd think usually.
Okay, well, Emit with a brand new gravity, just looking at water in the eye, if it had eyes, just moving straight past this.
Yeah, regardless, Emit is definitely in a good spot now, for sure. Oh no, Dang. During the snail, I'm not sure what happened here. Getting the snail turned around somehow.
Yeah. It's gonna decide to just reset the room. I don't think there's any chance that Dang goes back for the gravity anytime soon, is there? I feel like he's so far deep in this map.
Yeah, the best case scenario for him is that Torian just has nothing, which I think is likely. And if that's the case, then he could get back there next. It will just depend on if he wants to go to Meridia or Brinstar, pretty much. Will be his choices.
Okay. What do we have?
Nothing. Yep.
Nothing.
Big nothing.
A whole lot of nothing. Yep. Oh, decides to leave Shack Tool alive on the way out. It's a nice touch.
Yeah, Emit, okay, he does get a powerbomb farm here, thankfully. Could have been in a rough spot with resources.
Yeah.
And they're wisely using missiles here instead of supers to save his last one. Oh, double powerbomb here to balance everything out, I guess.
Yep. Okay, more supers for Emits. That's pretty good. They haven't found charge yet, but plasma for Dang there. It's very interesting.
Yes.
That could pay off. But he does have a lot of supers as well, so I mean, I feel like he's kitted for the bosses, I feel like. Just needs that charge.
Alright, so now this is the important decision point for Dang here is, will he go towards Meridia, or will he go back to Brinstar now to get that map?
Yeah. It's gonna go for the missiles. Only has 5. I guess it's like pretty good play.
Yeah, it's a pretty slow missile, but getting to 10 over 5 is pretty important.
Yeah. It's better for the Fantoon fight, and I guess maybe some Mother Brain Zebedite things.
Yes, it's very, very important to have more than 5 missiles for Mother Brain.
Yeah. Or, yeah, the glass, I mean.
Yeah. Okay, so Emit seeing the Major and Meridia, Dang looking as well. It looks like well, they have ice, so that doesn't matter. For Mother Brain. So yeah, it looks like this is going to be ship save to M for Dang, which is bad news. It's bad news for Dang, really, because it could work out fine. Like, it could be okay, but it's just going. The longer he doesn't have grav, the more time he's going to lose.
It's true, but it's also dependent on how many water rooms we see.
For sure.
I don't feel like gravity does too much if there's never any water rooms in your way.
Of course, yeah. And we have seen a lot of them, I think, to be fair. So it's decently likely that it'll work out okay. Like, we know he's definitely not running into Kakali, at least, which is good news. Because we did see that over by Mother Brain.
Yeah.
And Main Street is here as well, so that's another... It's pretty much the only other really bad one, actually. So Meridia should be fairly safe. And I mean safe as in, like, not slow. They can, of course, do everything without grav at this point.
Yeah. We have seen Ridley, so I mean... At what point does Dang just pivot and do Ridley? Because isn't it in... It's not in Norfair, it's in the first zone. What was it? Criteria?
Yes, Criteria. So because Mother Brain is like right on the way back to that, really, you don't really need to think about Ridley until the very end of the game because of how it's positioned. So like ideally you'll just do Ridley last and then kill Mother Brain afterwards.
Yeah.
Okay, there's Fish Tank, probably the next worst room you could see in terms of water here. But still okay.
It's fairly quick.
Yeah, apparently Dang didn't check the major over here, which is quite interesting.
Did he see it?
I'm sure he did. I mean, like, you do have 20 supers, like, you're pretty close on ammo, but I think charge and grav are enough value to make the check worth. But, either decision is... It's okay.
Yeah. Maybe at this point he's just hoping for the charge, but skipping a major, I don't know. Contradicts.
Imyt gets his plasmers, very nice.
Okay. E-tank at BT. Not what he wants. Man, this is so interesting.
Ooh.
Oh, Fantoon save for Dang.
Nice.
That's very good information. He's gonna be heading straight to the map.
So you do have to come here, which is good news for Dang, because this Meridia, it's very easy to want to try to skip this Meridia because of how far away it is. Especially when you're Imyt. If Imyt remembers that wreck ship was back right next to the Norfair entrance, you really should be inclined to check that first because it's so much closer. That's sometimes hard to see because it's across zone boundaries, so you might not remember it. So we could just see Imyt do Meridia anyway, which would be a fine play. But yeah, we'll just have to see. And Dang getting a little bit trolled trying to get to Fantoon.
Yeah, it seems like there's a weird loop around. He tried to go just straight to it, but unfortunately, stuff in the way. Decides to grab the missiles here, sitting on 25 now. I guess still without that charge, he's more than happy to pick up some ammo.
Yep. Yeah, getting to around 30 supers is usually pretty nice. Okay, oh yeah, with this major here as well, Imyt is probably definitely going to want to just go towards Meridia regardless. Imyt does love just getting every single major you can see, which I think is a good way to play.
Yeah. I feel like it's the safer option.
It is. It's definitely the most consistent. You avoid the most disasters that way. It's not always the fastest, like in seeds where skipping majors and going for quick resources is faster. That can happen pretty often. But in the total disaster seeds where you need certain majors, then getting all of them means you will never get got by that, pretty much. And there's other advantages too, like ammo is slow, right? Like managing ammo costs time, managing health without Varia costs time, things like that.
Yeah.
It, like all things, I say it just depends on the situation.
It always depends,
It always depends, yeah. The map render there's simply too many moving parts to make any, like, general statements about most things. Because the situations are so variant, so many different ways that everything can go. That, yeah, there's very rarely ever a true right answer.
Dang's finishing up Fantoon right here. It's the first boss of this game number 2, 30 minutes in. 3 to go for Dang, 4 for imyt.
It looked like that major that Dang skipped was Wave, which is fortunate for Dang that he didn't miss, Charge Beam or Gravity there.
Sees more of them though here. It's one
That
in
is
Indiana Jones and then one in the power bomb room, I would say. What is it?
Yeah, I didn't quite see either, but I believe that should be the last 2 majors, so that's Charge and Bombs here.
Yep.
So
I think
will
he's
get
gonna want
charged.
to head up there if you're Dang, right?
We'll see. I think it might have been a little out of the way, but 2 majors is a bit enticing.
Yeah, but he doesn't have 30 supers, so I mean, he's still looking for a solution.
Yeah, there's probably X's here as well, though. So yeah, there's his 25th super.
Okay.
I didn't see where the X's were, but if there's another X, and if that's a super,
I was just going
done.
to the majors. I didn't pay much attention to the X's.
For sure. I mean, that's what I would do as well. I would look. I'd just go grab Charge. Easy. It's Charge. Just get it.
imyt also scouting out Bomb Torizo. Unfortunately, only E-tank there.
Yep. I believe Dang, he's going to go through all the same motions that Dang went through, checking all these doors, and they're all wrong.
Yep.
It's actually not that far away. The one in Indiana Jones is very close, so you're probably just going to get both of these. So I expect Dang will end up with Charge here.
Man, this is so interesting because Dang's, it looks like he's ahead, but without that gravity, I mean, imyt could easily catch up. I mean, each water room Dang passes is gonna slow him down just a little bit each time, and imyt's not too far behind here. But
yeah, it's hard to say. And if Dang, we do have to remember that the Bryn map, it is locked behind GT, right? So if Dang doesn't have a good pivot save when he goes there, he'll also have to do the GT fight. It will be significantly faster for Dang with Charge Plasma, but that is still time that could allow imyt to make up some ground.
yeah, did find a charge here in Indiana Jones, so that's really good for Dang. He's not gonna go for the other major then. That would likely be bombs. So
yeah, and yeah, I don't think there was any bosses here in Meridia unless I missed them, so we do have to go to Wreck Ship to find just Dragon, I think? Yeah, because we saw Kraid earlier.
yeah.
So it's just Dragon we're missing.
Well, here's the water room for Dang. It's pretty slow without gravity, but it's not too slow. But like I said, each time he visits one of these water rooms, it's just gonna let imyt catch up ever so slightly every time. It might make the difference.
It could, yeah, just little bits here and there. Like, Dang will also have to do Everest a couple times, both to get to Bryn Map and to go back to Kraid and then to go to Wreck Ship, assuming he doesn't go for the major that's Grav, which I expect he won't. I expect he will skip Gravity entirely, just because he already has Charge and everything he needs.
Yeah.
Nicely done for Emmett.
Very good. Both runners have an equal amount of bosses and also the same boss down. So
yeah, this could certainly get very close here.
what's Dang doing? Wall jumping on the fish? I've never seen that.
That was
very
nicely
good.
done.
I guess it's faster if you set it up, but
Yeah, I believe that way is the fastest way you can do it. Besides just, you know, grab jumping through the room, of course.
yeah. Okay, well, Emmett's feeling very comfortable in this seed right now. He's only looking for a charge. He has 15 supers, so he's opening up the map right now. And I'm pretty sure that he understands that these two majors is holding charge for him, so he's probably going to head up there. And after that, I think that Emmett has grabbed every single major. There's, you know, just be in full go mode. Just searching for all the bosses as fast as he can.
Yeah, at this point, Emmett has complete knowledge. He knows where the last major is. He knows where he can get charge, and he knows that the last boss has to be in wreck ship. It's just how quickly can he do this. See, Dang gonna do a quick full scan. Yep, sees he needs to go back to Brinstar now. Yeah, this is where we're gonna just see how much time can Emmett make up here while Dang goes and gets the sprint map.
Yep.
It is still a long way back for Emmett. Like, he is working from pretty far behind here.
That is
You
true.
should keep that in mind, yeah.
Dang had a really solid early game where it felt like Emmett was just reverting while Dang kept getting items. So, I mean, he has a sizable lead. It's just, can that gravity bring Emmett back to the seed?
It looks like Dang wants to kill Ridley first now, which is totally fine.
Yeah. With that Varian 25 supers, charge plasma, I feel like you're kidding.
Yeah, it's not a huge deal when you do it here. It's pretty central with all the other zones in Mother Brain. Personally, I would still try to put it off, you know, just in case you happen into gravity, then you'd save time. But either way, it's not a huge deal or anything when you go for this. Is Dang gone the right way here? I feel like this isn't correct. Maybe I'm wrong, though.
I feel like this is correct, but I don't remember the exact path there.
It's... Okay, this is correct. Yeah, it's correct.
It was just very weird, because you had to go up again.
Alright, Emmett back in Norfair now. We'll see what Emmett decides to do. Emmett might also go for Kraid first. It really doesn't matter that much for him, already having the full movement.
Yeah.
The advantage of doing Ridley first, there's an advantage to doing Ridley first, is that you can use your ammo on Ridley to make it ever so slightly faster, and then have your ammo back up by the time you need to do Mother Brain.
So,
But
what was
again,
Dang doing there?
I'm not sure. I didn't quite see.
He went into the save room and decided not to save and just went for Ridley instead.
I see.
He was in the save room. It was
He'll be fine.
interesting. No,
Probably,
well,
I imagine
the pressure is on now.
Yeah, that's gotta just be a race nurse type of decision. Like, you want to go save, then you're like, oh no, I don't have time for that. I need to just go.
Well, Gets grabbed though. I mean, that's one hit. Can't get hit too many times. I'll have 4 intags worth of damage. But you never know with Ridley's tail. But he is very kitted, so I mean, this should be an easy fight.
Yes.
Misses 2 supers in a row. Third one's gonna get hit by another tail. I mean, each time they're getting hit by the tail, it's some fireballs. Maybe takes a bath here.
Yeah, he's okay. Ridley is dead
He's
now.
fine.
Yeah,
Okay,
he used
panic for no reason.
a couple extra supers.
All right, he's dead.
Yeah. What Imit wants to do now is he wants to kill Kraid, then kill Ridley, then do Rection. Is the best sequence here.
Did we see Dragon?
As far as I know, unless everybody has missed it, including the racers, I think Dragon has to be in Wreck Ship.
Yeah.
Yeah, still a positional lead for now for Dang, but Imit is quickly making up ground. Imit probably going to go... Oh yeah, you can go for Wreck Ship first. Like I said, the order you do these things doesn't really matter. It's all very central here in Everest.
Like we were talking about in game 1, like if you know the Mother Brain location, you can make these kinds of decisions, I feel like. And he just goes straight into Dragon, actually.
Wow.
That's
that's very nice.
Very fortunate for him. Oh my god. Just walk straight into Dre, alright.
Yeah, in terms of the order you do things, it's like really just like micro decision stuff. It's not going to have like a huge impact, but you know, you can save seconds with little optimizations, but either way will be nice. Very fast microwave. There's more skill in doing microwave than you would expect. If you just like sort of see it done, it probably doesn't really look like much, and it's not particularly difficult, but it's another one of those optimization things where you can actually save a surprising amount of time by just doing it a little better.
Yeah. What do you think about not going for the wrecked ship map here if you're in it? Do we know where the ship is, for example?
It's totally, yeah, we do know where the ship is. It was somewhere, it was on the way to Meridia. I believe Norfair is that zone.
In that case, never mind.
Yeah,
I was gonna say,
are fully done here. Oh yeah, and Dang, oh no. And here's the gravity really paying off. Dang, you have to do this jump again to get back out of Ridley. That's really unfortunate.
Oh.
Dang.
I feel like he's rushing these jumps.
Yeah, for sure.
There's nothing wrong with just taking a second, breathe, and then just trying the jump again.
Yeah, absolutely. Really taking your time is helpful, is very helpful in the sand halls.
Yeah. Dang still needs that Dragon, and I would assume, like, at this point, it feels like he's been everywhere, so he's also going to go into wrecked ship and immediately find Dragons. That's not an issue. But more importantly, that Kraid kill.
It's honestly pretty hard to say right now who's ahead. I think, like, Imit might have a lead already. It's hard to say, though. This could be really close. Because Dang needs to get Brinstar map still and kill Dragon. Okay, that's the two things Imit has over Dang. But, you know, Imit still has to kill Ridley and get out of here.
Oh yeah, here's yet another water room for Dang. It's so unfortunate that he didn't grab gravity that early.
I think I sort of mentioned it earlier, but a good point made in chat. I think the real decider here is going to be, like, I don't even know if there is a good save, but like if you can get a pivot save for the Bryn map, skipping that GT fight is probably very important for Dang here. I think Dang might far too far behind if he has to do GT.
Yeah. Ridley for Imits. It's gonna make quick work of him. Does have the full beam combination, including the wave, which Dang does not have.
Yeah. And while Dang is, playing in water here, Image is just going to be absolutely cooking through these rooms.
Yep. One boss left for Image. Kraid. Both runners needs to kill Kraid, actually. But, yeah, Dang just with the Dragon left there. Should be pretty quick, but these water rooms, man, it's so slow.
It looks like Dang wants to go back to Norfair here, which I'm not sure about what he's looking for. Maybe...
What could he be looking for?
Yeah, I don't know. I can't imagine unless there's a save up here that he wants. Or maybe, maybe he just thinks going to this entrance will get him to the map quicker.
Okay, interesting.
That could be smart. I don't know if it does, but I understand that play. That's pretty smart, I think, actually.
Okay. Well, it's moving. I feel like it's a ticking time bomb here.
Yeah, it does. It does lead to this map pretty quickly here.
So quick getting through that sandal.
Yeah, so Dang is going to have to fight GT here. Like, it is fine. It's not that slow of a fight, but it is just more time while Emmett is catching up.
Well, there's no microwaving GT, unfortunately. But
no. Yeah, sees the bad news, sees Kraid.
Oof.
Yeah, he's still got to scan everything for Dragon. Yeah, hopefully there's no Disrick ship as well. And Emmett is closing in here. Yeah, I think we can pretty decisively say that Emmett is in the lead now.
Yeah. Now it really feels like he's in the lead. Which he is. I mean, he's heading straight to Kraid here. That's insane. For the longest time in this game too, I felt like Dang was in the lead. He was so far ahead, I feel like. But that gravity, it feels like it made such a big difference this seed.
Yeah, for sure it did. I mean, this, despite like the stumbles in the early game, like Emmett did play the rest of the seed very well, right?
Yeah,
he did everything he needed to and just made up all of the time, because it was a big loss. Like, he lost several minutes to the early game resets.
Yeah,
and has managed to claw his way back, which is very impressive here.
It's extremely impressive. I'm on board to even say he lost like 10 minutes. What do you think?
Might not be that much, but I like...
Okay.
maybe like 7 minutes?
It feels like it.
Something like that. It was a lot of time. It was a lot of time for sure.
Yeah, it's like the weather. It's 2 degrees, but feels like 15.
Yeah.
Okay. All bosses down for Emmett. He knows where Mother Brain is. He's gonna head straight there with every single major in the game. Then it's not gonna be an issue for him.
Mm-hmm.
He is zooming.
Yeah, so Dang doesn't... So he does know where all the majors are, but he doesn't necessarily know that major is Grav, because he, skipped a couple of the other majors. So Grav could have been one of the ones he left behind, and he knows that, like, he did intentionally skip them. Or it could have been that one, I guess, from his perspective.
Yeah. Him is visiting Spacer just the last time there.
Yeah, do you think Emmett feels like he's in the lead? Probably not. You cannot imagine that Emmett feels good after what happened in the early game.
No. And it's going to be really impressive if he pulls this off, because having such an early game and then having that at the back of your mind the entire game and then just pushing through the entire seed and then end up winning, I mean, that's very impressive.
Indeed, yeah. And that's not to detract from Dang. Like, Dang played both these seeds quite well, honestly. Just, some slight divergence in the route, just didn't work out as well. He hit that Norfair entrance instead of going towards B map, and while that could be okay, like in a different world, if Grav is up in that section of the map instead of in Bryn, it could be completely different. That's just not how it worked out this seed.
No, you're so right. I feel like Dang played so good here. It's just the gravity. I keep saying it, but it's true. It really feels like that was the key difference in this game. So, it's so unfortunate. Because if he did grab gravity for some reason early, then yeah, I feel like he takes this game.
Yeah.
With the way he's been playing, I feel like he takes this game with gravity.
Mm-hmm. And get a few supers on the way to Mother Brain here, if you wish. Not super important with full beam, but it's always a nice room to have before Mother Brain.
Yeah. It's a Seb skip, not an issue for imyt. Chat, it's time to get your guesses in. What's the escape timer gonna look like this time around?
Yeah, there should also be another...
It's a very tough escape.
Yeah. Yeah, this should be even shorter. What was the last one? Was 55?
55. I'm gonna go with 20 here.
20? I'm gonna guess more like 40, I think.
Okay.
It should be quicker than the last one, though, for sure.
I'm gonna go with 20. Feels good.
Yeah, and we didn't even mention Dragon. Not having grab for Dragon is slightly worse. Not by much, though, in this case. When you have a microwave. 41? No. It should be the opposite, though. Close without going under.
40.
Right? Oh, Nitro was right. What do you know?
Wow. Well, I was 50% right.
Yeah, it does seem pretty close. I think Wreckship main shaft, it always adds a lot of time because going up is slow.
Yeah. Okay, well, imyt, he's gonna bring it back, actually. At the beginning of this seed, we didn't think so at all. Dang played really well. But game number 2 goes to imyt. Well done. GG's in the chat. It was a really good series between these two awesome players. Together with me, I've been casting with Nitro here and Cyber Fussy on tracking. Thanks to both of you. You did a really good job. All the admins, everyone involved, thank you, all of you. We'll see if we can get the runners in here for a quick interview, perhaps. Stick around. imyt's in the green room, preparing. We'll see if we can get Dang on as well. And we're joined by imyt.
GG's imyt.
Man, I'm not gonna lie. There's a lot. I haven't felt nervous in anything SM related for years. After my 15 resets at the start, I was very demoralized, and I was just staring at the race time GG, just ready for Diggity Dane to be done. But there was a cope in the back of my head that he missed grab. And my curiosity, as soon as I finished, I pulled up the stream.
Yep.
And then I was like, yep, okay, that actually makes a lot of sense. Because I think it was really, really easy to miss, I think.
Yeah, it actually wasn't even that he missed grab. It was that he skipped Bridgestar entirely, basically. When you're in Everest, instead of going to the top left, he checked the top door first, which meant he hit the Norfair entrance and then just got sucked into the rest of the seed from there, right?
Oh, so
never
he
got back to Bridgestar.
He kind of got scammed then. Actually, I mean, that's what it can happen though. Like you go into a zone and you just I've talked about this, you just like get sucked into it. I mean, I easily could have gone above and I was going to, and I just looked and I just decided to go left. Yeah, that's wild.
Yeah, I mean, you played really well regardless. Like, it's easy to get demoralized after the unfortunate early game stuff, but like you definitely really locked in and played the rest of the seed very well.
Thank you. I definitely did. I guess our style, I was like, I'm just gonna get every major, which is why I chose Plasma at the start, first game, and then with this one having Varia and all the movement, I still was like, I'll just get all the majors again. I was a little bummed out that I couldn't get that Spazer. I mean, I couldn't keep that because I could have killed Kraid early, even though it was a little bit messy. I was planning to go and get those X's down below, farm the Kago, save, and then kill Batuan and leave. But yeah, that didn't go well.
Yeah, it was a tough situation for sure with that loop. The other thing, I know you spent time to think about it, and it's not an easy decision, is committing to the GT fight after you get the map.
Oh yeah, I definitely thought about that. Wait, was that this? That was the first seed, right?
That was this seed.
Oh, that was this seed. Oh, you're right. That was this seed. Let me pull it up. The map there. Yeah, I knew there. I mean, I don't know. I think I even paused before I went left because I was really unsure about I'm like, well, I have Aria movement. I have speed. The chance of me getting locked here isn't that. And I see the 2 connections down below, which I haven't checked. I was like, this is a decent chance. Yeah, so I got map. I guess I felt like it was just faster because I had that save in criteria. I felt like it wasn't too bad. If I were to have skipped that super, I kept regrabbing, which I did end up skipping it later. I should have skipped it. If by resetting, I should have committed to skipping it, I think. Exactly. Yeah. So,
and that's really good that
first time I skipped it. I mean, got it. And then after that, I was skipping it because I reset it 3 times, I think, right? Map, Spazer. Yeah. So, would you have killed GT there?
I sort of, my logic was pretty much the same as what you just described. I think, personally, committing to, if you don't spend any time thinking about it, committing to the kill is the best. You save all decision time and you're just out with everything.
Right.
But if you do reset, you definitely shouldn't go back for the super, I think.
Right. Agreed.
Because you just need to make up all that time, right?
It does suck. You have to get the power bomb, so that's definitely more. And because I'm bad at this, I know it's such a small thing, but the fact that I'm someone who pauses to turn off spring for the grapple trick is just another little time waste.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's unfortunate that honestly, you can just go. It's so easy to go Norfair here, and then you're just kind of doomed because you're just kind of doomed, right?
Yeah, it because you fell really far behind, right? I mean, I'm sure you can imagine you lost many minutes in that early game, but it was just a very slow, you're just gaining time here and there everywhere from gravity.
And I'd have full movement, eventually. So I was I knew in my head I could catch up if he missed something. If he missed grab, it was just grab, and that was the only thing I was thinking. Or the other thing that was going through my head is that if he did ammo, that he just might have been struggling a little bit more, like, going out of his way to grab stuff, getting power bombs instead of what he needed. But I feel like there's so many X's on the way. I felt kind of bad about going charge.
That did actually also happen. He did go a little bit further out of his way for X's throughout the seed. He did end up getting charge at the end, since it's, pretty close on the way out of Meridia anyway.
Yep.
But yeah, that is also like adding to little bits of time here and there.
Right. Once I leave Ridley, I'm not too and see Mother Brain right there, I'm not like super compressed to be like I have to go back and kill them, because I'm gonna have to come back anyways for Mother Brain, so it didn't feel too bad, that part. But yeah, I think once I stopped my reset train, I felt like I played decent, to my ability. I was pausing a little more than I should, but yeah, I was just like getting lost. But yeah, I just like definitely committed to just grabbing every major. The first game, what do you guys think of what did you think of the first game? Because I was actually confused, like what even the logic was, and I felt like I was doing like really hard and risky things, and I was just running around with like 10 HP.
That was a really interesting seed, a very tough seed. Both of you only have a single real tank the entire seed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that was certainly a tough one. I do like how you handled it. That's a seed where just going for everything you can see is really the best course of action, right?
Right.
Which is what you did. And it did overall work out. I'm trying to remember like what the sequence of events was. I need to.
There was something really weird. So early I had to like, I think we got into a zone and I like ran into Dragon.
Oh,
and,
that's right.
Yeah, and then I like killed Dragon, and the next room was like heated. So like, but the map was that way as well. So it was just like really awkward. So what I think I ended up doing was killing Dragon, getting the map, coming. Oh no, I didn't get the map yet. I killed Dragon, got back, saved, and then decided to go all the way back for the map, which also ended up being Fantoon. And then I still had just speed and like one tank at the time, so I had to do like still the heated hallway back with Novaria into make sure I don't mess up, get the heal, make sure I get through that next heated room, and then do the jump through Dragon. It was pretty nasty. And then I made a decision to also do Croc.
Yep.
Because I was like, I'm gonna collect every major here.
Yeah, and that makes perfect sense. Like Varia, the value of Varia is just like simply too high in that seed.
Yep.
So this is gonna sound funny because it's gonna sound very similar to what I just described for this seed. But for Dang, what happened in that seed to him was actually the exact same thing, where instead of going for the Brinstar map, he blinded the top door in Everest, which was a new zone again.
Oh yeah, well, I guess top left door and then criteria. I think there was two zones. The thing is, though, I'm wondering if that was like almost intended for the C, because I didn't really get anything. I just got the boss kills. I don't remember getting much here. I don't
remember what was in criteria. I think was the zone.
Yeah, I thought this one was really tough because it was awkward because Norfair. Oh yeah, and then I took the speed back. Oh, okay. So I did so this seed was actually really crazy, I thought, because I got the save before leaving the Brinstar, and I decided to check that major, and I was like, well, if it's high jump, I can do this. And when I saw high jump, I was like, oh wait, it's actually speed locked, but that's fine. I still would prefer knowing this. So then I went into Brinstar, immediately spiked speed, and ran it back. And those two items, it was like X-ray or something. So I was like, okay, I lose. Because I ran it all the way back and it was just X-ray. And I was like, well, I feel bad about that, but at least I've like taken more majors out of the pool. Oh yeah, and then I went all the way to the bottom of that one water area.
Main Street for
ice. And I know people were thinking probably like, dude, bail out. But I had two things in my mind already. I was going to UWJ if I had to, or I think I actually could have gotten that spark.
Yeah, well, it's funny. We were thinking bailout, but not for that reason, but because when you had found ice, Dang had very recently just blinded Batwood Hall up in Brinstar.
Oh, interesting.
And we were thinking like, oh, that's how Emmett spiked something behind that. That didn't end up happening, but
that's so wild. So he was probably already in C while I was. I think you're just meant to go straight to M, like the logic or something. I don't even know anymore. It's like really weird. This is like the first time I want to see the spoiler log because it seemed really hard to play. I'm looking at it right now and I'm just like confused, even with all the information.
Yeah. So for the early game, so Dang was a decent bit ahead out of the early game because you saved and checked the high jump boots. He didn't do that. He just went right into Brinstar immediately.
I figured he would. That is like what I would assume most people would do.
Yeah, you did both immediately go back for the 2 majors after getting speed.
Okay.
So you both got the high jump and the X-ray.
That makes sense because you don't need speed to get the high jump to get those. So once you have speed, you can get those 2 bottom ones. Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. You can see that's speed locked, and so it's so early in the seed that like even if you didn't know it was high jump there, like you're pretty sure it's going to be something required.
Right. Right.
He did not go for the far mainstream major, whereas you did. And that was a lot of time, of course.
Yeah,
but
a lot. It was
sort of like you had all the issues in Brinstar. Dang also like he blinded literally the entire zone before getting to Fantoon. Basically, while you were going back,
I don't think I just went straight for the map. So did he not try to do that? Because it was pretty rough.
It's because you have to go through Dre, right? So he did like literally everything else besides Dre at first.
Yeah, so a part of me was just thinking spike a new zone, but once I killed Dre and scouted a little, I was like, well, man, I have speed, I have high jump, I have ice, I have grapple. It's like I felt like I could keep pushing it unless something really blocked me to get the map.
Yeah, and I definitely like how you did that. I think just getting Dre out of the way immediately is pretty good there. Like the reason you don't want to is because Mother Brain was in the starting zone in that seed, like right next to Dre. So it's like, yeah, you want to put it off if you can, but because the map is that way, you sort of just want to
right. That's exactly why. And I was thinking that same thing. Like Mother Brain's below me. I don't need to kill Dre, but I do want this map. So, yep, exactly.
Yeah. So
Criteria was also spicy too, though. Honestly.
Sure.
Like even when you get the criteria, because I guess Diggity Dane, I don't know if we had like the same loadout still, because I don't think I got two. I had ice. Oh no, ice was very useful in a way.
Yeah, so he didn't have ice, but he did have space jump. He did blind kill Croc.
Did he get Screw?
I don't remember where Screw was, but I think he would have.
Because Screw is crazy helpful for the worst room in the game. I was like, there's no way I could have really gotten these 2 majors over there in criteria without space and Screw, because we didn't have Varia yet.
So this is actually what really killed Dang in this seed, is to get the criteria map, you have to do the sand hall from the left. And Dang was really struggling with it because you're on 1 tank at that point and it's heated room before. And he reset looped that several times and ended up just
wait, where did you save?
At that
Bottom
save
criteria?
Above Ridley there.
Oh, the one up.
Yeah.
Oh, so he went up and to the left to the save.
Yeah. Just trying to find a save before going for the map.
Wow. Okay. I just went for it. So I was actually kind of nervous.
Yeah. So what ended up happening is he just never got the map actually. So he couldn't see those 2 majors. It never went up there. And also as important is that reserve up there is also crucial because every tank
and the farm, the reserve and the farm.
Yeah.
If there's no farm up there, it'd be kind of. I was really looking at that because with no farm, it would have been a little. I would just had a farm in the heated room, then go up and then make it work, or go all the way left and see what's over by the save. But yeah, the reserve was very useful. I don't remember what those 2 majors were. One of them was Spazer, so
it was charge and
it was charge. Okay, yeah, so it was necessary. So I imagine then at that once I was probably pretty ahead then, I would assume, because I feel like it would be hard without the rest of them. I mean, that was a hard seed.
It was actually kind of hard to tell because Dang was really, he actually had a lot of ammo. He had 40 supers. He was actually fine.
Oh, okay. So he actually could have. Okay.
It was actually closer than you'd think. It was pretty hard to tell. The real deciding factor at the end was that you went into Meridia and found Varia. If it wasn't Varia, if it was Gravity instead of Varia and Meridia, it would have been really hard to tell because Dang was actually in go mode, knew all the bosses, but just literally could not find tanks to kill Ridley. There are basically no tanks that you can get.
Yeah, that's actually quickly. Rough.
So he was just looking for tanks, whereas, you ended up finding Varia and was able to just go finish the game.
Did he end up getting Grav or no?
No, so gravity is in wreck
I don't know where it
with the
is.
seed, which I think is what
Okay,
the seed actually wants from you, right?
Yeah,
It
that
wants you to
makes
go to wreck
sense.
ship and find grav. But like, I mean, you're just never
The
doing
incentives
that.
to go there is like 0. It's actually so. Do you see this map? This is so bad to go to grav. Actually, it is quite miserable. I'm looking at it now. That's pretty rough. I mean, you could save and go to the wreck ship, but there's just no player does that probably.
No, that's too
Not even
too
like
insane.
anyone, like, because it's just new players won't even want to do that, right? Because they're like, why would I go that far? I guess. Yeah, it's crazy. But yeah, that was pretty nuts. I was definitely nervous in the second game. I was super locked in. You know, I had everything minimized. I just was like staring at the screen, which is something I never really do for map randos. You think I was pausing way too much, but yeah.
Very well played. These were two very interesting seeds. A great race too. Like Dang did play very well. You know, just a couple little minor divergences that changed it, but it was genuinely difficult to tell who was going to win for the majority of these seeds up until like the last few minutes where you took a decisive lead.
Right.
Yeah, really great races. Well done. Dang could not join us for the interview, but huge GGs to Dang. Dang is such a good player. I cannot stress enough how unfortunate it is, like the draw that Dang had in this tournament.
Yeah, it's rough.
So Dang, after losing this, will be in the bronze bracket, which is a bit of a disaster for the bronze bracket, I would say.
Oh no! What have I done?
Absolute terror in there.
Yep.
And yeah,
it all started with game bodying me, and now I have to work hard in losers. Yeah, and it's tough that Dane and I had to play. Cause like Nitro said, I think Dane is really good. I think a lot of top players are saying how Dane's like was one of the harder second round opponent. So like in winners. So. And it sounds like it kind of worked out in my favor, the Norfair scam there. That's on the second game. But yeah, GG's. Thanks for having me. Thank you guys so much for commentating as well. What is Cat Lomain and Nitro? Thank you guys. But yeah, GG. I'm out. GG's. Thanks again. Thanks for having me, Speed Gaming. I'm out. Laters.
Yep. GG's. All right. Well, sorry I took over the interview there, Cat. If you want to take us out here.
Well, I believe that you guys did a very good job on the interview. It felt like you had a connection, and if I were to discuss everything you discussed with imyt, it would take 3 hours because, I don't know, you just understood each other so well. So it's fine. It was a very good interview. Well done for both of you. Thank you for imyt for joining. And also thank you to the viewers, Cyber Fussy on tracking, the admins and everything like that. That's gonna wrap it up in this nice series. Hope you have a good one. See you next mission.
Bye, y'all.